I should be back now. Whee. Yeah, internet was just out for a second. That actually happened yesterday as well, because there's been a snowstorm outside, and you know when a snowstorm happens, sometimes shit goes a bit wrong. I didn't end the live ended me. Wait, no, that sounds weird. Yeah, stream crashed for a second because snowstorm outside probably knocked some internet thing offline for a second. Anyway, let me get back to reading chat as I wanted. Then I'll use here Sayaka, Tsukasa, Mabayu, Pluvia, and Kyoko over Momoko. Definitely not going to use Kyoko, but that is at least possible. He's just pulling Sayaka, waiting for Sakurako. I don't have many supports. Sakura. Oh, you mean Kyoko, not Sakurako. Well, kind of depends on what you want. So generally you can go with either of them, it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, if you want a buffer, you can pull for the buffer. If you want a debuffer, you can pull for the debuffer. But outside of that, it's not really like one of them is much better than the other one. You can kind of like pick your own poison if you want to. The boss magic stacks can constantly reset every 2 turns. Damage resistance doesn't scale down by her magic stacks. Huh. You guys get to know, yeah, we have been in a snowstorm since yesterday. So snowstorm, like I said, messes up internet sometimes, no matter how good the connection otherwise might be. Yeah, welcome to stream as well, Lucking Ray. How is it going, everyone? Actually, it's cool because she's A4 and Momoko's A0. Okay, that makes a difference. My Momoko's A5. So as I wanted to say, let's go back to the actual game stuff that I was talking about. Now that we've caught up and we've put the stream back online and we're just back now. We're just back. By the way, also, me coming back online took like 2 minutes longer than it otherwise should have because, and I mentioned this before at some other stream, YouTube does some really weird stuff where, like on Twitch, what happens is when a stream, you start the stream by starting the stream on your OBS, and then when the stream is started, Twitch is trying to keep the stream alive as long as possible until Twitch believes that you have completely disappeared. Like if you've either clicked go offline or if you lose connection, Twitch will like at least if you lose connection, Twitch will wait for a while, for a few minutes, and only then actually end the stream. But then if Twitch notices that you're sending frames again from your OBS, Twitch will then immediately put the stream back up again, right? So Twitch is always trying its best to keep the stream as alive as possible and will always like listen for new frames coming in from your OBS and then keep the stream live. YouTube doesn't do any of that. YouTube basically just assumes that you have a completely undisturbed connection for the entire thing, where once the first frame comes in, YouTube starts the stream on its end. Not like you're not starting the YouTube stream, by the way. YouTube is starting the stream on its end, and then it's just getting your frames, right? Which is already completely different. By the way, come to the stream as well, Lissy. So what happens then is, if at some point you don't send a frame for like a few seconds, YouTube will just say, well, since we're the authority on when the stream ends or not, and not you, we're just going to end the stream on our end. So then YouTube ends the stream. But because the stream is now over, that means that if your internet comes back and your internet is online again and you send frames again, YouTube is like, blah, 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 I can't listen, I can't hear you, I'm not listening, blah, 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 and just doesn't put the stream up again. You have to actually, on your OBS, completely shut down the stream again, a second time. Like you have to shut down the stream again. Then you have to go to YouTube. You have to tell YouTube, okay, finalize the stream or whatever. You have to like completely finalize the stream. Then go open up a new stream window. Go to the new stream window and say start another stream, right? And only then can you actually restart the stream, which is absolutely fucking bonkers. Anyway, I did get the new Sayaka and I'm gonna test her out right now. And I was just about to tell you about the new function in the game where when you assign your portrait to your party, you can now sort by ability. And the way sort by ability works is that once you do this, there's now a predetermined ranking, basically, of each individual ability type. For example, MP recovery rate comes first. So first you see all the MP recovery rate portraits that aren't personals, because I think personals are all the way at the bottom as being their own thing, which makes sense because personals don't really factor into the rest of the portraits really much, so it's okay that they're at the end. Then after the MP portraits come the speed portraits, right? So you see now comes speed. After that comes the attack percent portraits, right? Then you get attack percent, you can go through it, and you see, oh, then it's defense. I assume next is HP. Yeah, so then it's HP that comes next. Then it's a damage percent, right? So you see various types of damage percent of all the different elements that comes next, right? Then comes other damage percent, which is elemental weakness multiplier. So elemental weakness multiplier comes after that, which right now doesn't really have a good portrait, I just noticed. There really needs to be a better weakness portrait. These ones just ain't it, chief. Yeah, this attack is too low. Okay, so then comes skill damage, special attack damage, follow-up attack damage, general damage, right? When's crit damage, by the way? Crit rate. So here we have crit rate. And then crit damage is all the way down here. So crit damage is actually like really far down, which I don't know about that. And break effect is of course at the very end. And then you have mixed stats after that. So mixed stats usually are not that good anyway, so it makes sense that they're kind of at the end. So you need to now learn this, like in which order they appear, but it's not that difficult. It's like MP, speed, main stats, and then it's damage, and then the rest. That's basically it. You thought Double Edo's design would be that her eyes would be covered with ribbons and she smiles like in the anime, or double mask. The thing is, they still want her to be able to emote and like make faces, which kind of wouldn't work that well if she had like stuff on her face. So that's probably also why they didn't give her the mask, because it would be kind of weird. Like you could have her on her home screen and she would be talking to you, and like there would be emotions on her face, and you wouldn't be able to tell if she had like a mask or anything else on her face. I tried in Chaos, which actually she's cracked there, but she's slower than Mabayu, and Mabayu dies very easily since she's late. Kill Isabel in 2 breaks. Phew. Exhausting. I can see that. It's Sayaka generally, that the main problem that I would say that Santa Sayaka has is that unlike every single other buffer, she doesn't really have a good speed buff. Even Tsuruno has a good speed buff, because when an enemy gets broken, Tsuruno's passive activates, and her passive actually buffs everyone's speed by a whole lot. So you have to wait until break. But let's say, for example, they're small enemies, right? Let's say it's a boss and some ads. You can just break an ad, and then everyone gets a big speed buff. And then you can just keep breaking ads, and then break the boss, and everyone has a speed buff for the entire time. And the speed buff is like 30% or something, which is like as big as Muramura speed. So Tsuruno actually still has access to some really good speed buffs. Oi gets like 30% speed. Mami gets like 30% speed or something. Like everyone gets like a really high amount of speed buff. Except Sayaka. Santa Sayaka gets like 10% speed, which is really low compared to everyone else. Anyway, what do we have? We have this, we have that. I don't actually think she needs that much speed at all. I don't know about giving her MP either. I don't know. I'll just put her MP on here. Okay, what else do we have? I didn't even check the other ones. We have speed here. We have... Now, if we want to attack, we can just scroll down a little bit and see, attack right here. But then we see, oh, we don't really have a good attack one. This one maybe? That one. Sure. I'm not sure about this team, but let's just see what happens, right? We're just gonna test some stuff out. Let's do this, because it's gonna be AoE, so the passive activates from Oriko. This one's fine. So for passive, well, it's always gonna be Tsuruno if you have, but the thing is we also have Mabayu, and I want Mabayu to be the one with Tsuruno, so we're not gonna use Tsuruno. Apart from that, I would like to have her as her own support, but that doesn't work. You can't put the character as its own support. That would be fantastic, because she would be a great support for herself. But we can't do that. So we do this. So here. Santa Sayaka's whole deal is based on very high damage and SP refunding. Yep, her damage buffs are pretty darn good. And her SP refunding is pretty darn good. That's the main reason. Like, you have damage buffs and SP refunding. She's very good at that. I think we go with this one because it's ongoing damage style, which is Vortex, speed, decent base attack. Yeah, I think it's this one. So let me just very quickly go for Santa Sayaka probably to tell everyone what she's about. Welcome to my guide to Santa Sayaka. Thank you everyone for joining. Shout out to my members and everything. So here's what Santa Sayaka does. She has a skill that just gives everyone a buff. And this buff is like, it increases some speed. This is the only speed buff she has, by the way. It's only 10%, it's really low. It gives everyone some speed. It gives everyone some weakness damage. It gives everyone bonus damage if your SP is 3 or higher. Awesome. Now the way this works, or the way it should work, is not 3 SP or higher when you apply the buff. It should be 3 SP or higher, like when you deal damage. At that moment, do you have this SP? So this is the first thing she does. Then her passive is just whenever anyone uses a skill, she gets magic, and at 8 magic, follow-up attack. And this follow-up attack then gives bonus SP, 2 SP to everyone. So every 8 skills, you get 2 SP points back, and gives herself some action advance. Awesome. And then her special is just a big buff for everyone with attack up, damage dealt up, and bonus attack up. So you see, she's actually quite simple. Right, she's actually quite simple. She just hands out some buffs here and there, and then restores some SP with her passive, and that's basically it. Like, she's not actually that complicated. Her support ability is really good though. Her support is fantastic. Gives everyone some damage and increased attack as well. Now, usually this is not something that you get from a support ability. Support abilities usually give some speed, maybe some MP or whatever, sometimes, who knows. But for the most part, most support abilities just give some speed. It's kind of rare that a support ability gives like a buff aura. Like, this is a buff to everyone you can equip to someone as a support Kyoku. The only other one who does that is Ui. Because Ui support Kyoku gives everyone a follow-up and counter-attack damage bonus. But that one is not that interesting because there's not many people that would like to have that support Kyoku specifically equipped. But this one you can equip to anyone. It's going to be great. It's like 10% damage and 15% attack to everyone, just passively. Fucking fantastic. The only support one that's better is Tsuruno, because Tsuruno increases everyone's buffs. So if you equip Tsuruno to a buffer, that buffer's buffs become stronger, which in most cases is just better. But outside of that, I think this is now the second best support Kyoku in the game to just make buffs stronger, right? Because there's no other ways of just making stronger buffs, like increasing your output, okay? So Tsuruno's, for example, right here, increases self-applied buff effects by 30%, which means that now all of Mabayu's buffs are now 30% stronger. Exactly, Shadowfire. All of Mabayu's buffs are now 30% stronger, which I think is still overall much better than the support Kyoku from Santa Sayaka. But after that, after Tsuruno's support Kyoku, there's not many other ones that are like really good. Like, a lot of these don't really do that much, to be fair. The 5% action advance from Mabayu can be fine, but I'd much rather take the actual, like, increased damage. Okay, we've set up. Let's just see what happens. This might go terribly. This might go terribly. Let's find out. Right? Yeah, let's go. Oh man, the music. A few buzzers, Momoko use her speech for the spot. Yeah. Let's go, Momoko, right? Yeah, I don't want that. Hold on. Auto battle was on. But yeah, did you hear that festive music? It is like, it's almost like it's Christmas again, right? Ho, ho, ho. Do we want to wreck some shit? You know what? Let's wreck some fucking shit. Oh, they have a really long break bar. I was hoping this would be shorter. Does the boss have a shorter break bar than the enemies? Really? Cost 2 actions of 2 actions each turns. When attacks targeting element weakness are received by 3 up simultaneously, consumes 1 of all magic. Damage and effects of certain skill decrease each time all magic is consumed. Okay. Increase every 2 turns. Increase speed and attacking speed with each passing turn. Okay, so it just gets stronger on one hand over time. and on the other hand, it's stronger if we don't do AoE damage. Hey, we come to stream Gunkan. Do you suggest pulling Sayaka waiting for Sakura Kyoko? You don't have any support. I think you asked this earlier, and I don't know if it disconnected or anything, but I would say just go with whatever you personally feel like you need more. Like, do you need a buffer more, or do you need a debuffer more? I don't think that either of them is like much better than the other one. I think they're pretty well balanced between the two, so I think it's just whatever you personally think is better for your account. Okay, yeah, I was hoping for the break bar of the ads to be much shorter than this. Let's go! Whew! Whew! 2 skill points. Hold up. Oh, when attacks targeting element weakness are received, which doesn't include, like, vortex popping. Like, vortex popping is not going to give additional magic reduction on the boss, right? Like, that would be insane. Bonk. That already did a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we need an AoE breaker. Single target breaker is not doing it. So yeah, I think we are gonna go with Pluvia actually. So even episode today, yeah, sadly my internet is also a bit slow. We actually had a disconnect earlier. So, which because the snowstorm outside, so we had a disconnect earlier, but we're back now. Okay. Let's try again with this one. Use Pluvia as well. Yeah, she seems pretty decent then for this fight. Which now means that I can definitely just use it on Pluvia instead. Do this, bam. And then do it again. Bam. Skill points. And now when we do Mabayu into Pluvia, we have the debuff on the enemy that we do more break gauge depletion. So yeah, we're actually gonna break really fucking fast now. We are running a bit low on skill points, but we now have Ascension 4 on Mabayu, and since we now have Ascension 4 on Mabayu, we're gonna get a skill point back from this one. Absolutely great. Ruya's mandatory here pretty much. She does seem pretty powerful here, yeah. I'm not gonna say that someone is mandatory, but she does seem pretty good, yeah. Bonk. Double turn. Bam. Now because we took so many turns, our debuffs, our buffs are actually running out, which is not good. But we don't need to use a buff right now, actually. Here we go. Bam. Bonk. Skill points. Ow. We just have to survive this turn, and we're good. But this turn might be pretty fucking hard. Just please don't. Nah, that's a bit hard. Because you see, now we break everyone. Mr. Sakura, sadly you didn't match, but we had to go to like 130, so we did not have good luck, sadly. Okay, let me put a bit more speed on there. But on who and how? I already have the extra speed on here. Actually, we could just go with... We could just go with regular Sayaka, because Sayaka gives us the counter attack anyway. And then from the counter attack we get the resistance shred, and we get the bonus from her, like the attack bonus from her special as well. And since she's Ascension 5 now, that means she's gonna be even more effective. Yeah, we're doing this. I don't think the difference is gonna be that big because we're just gonna have our Momoko carry a bit harder and we're good. Momoko got this, right? Yeah, Momoko had this. Momoko just said to me that she got this. I'm gonna trust her. Can't relate, you got A4 Alina Grey. A4 Alina is fantastic. It's really good. I have A4 Alina too, and she's amazing. So we do have enough for this. So you see, we now get 20% special attack damage. Plus 10, so 30% special attack damage. It doesn't actually increase the special level, actually. That could almost be worth a consideration, actually, because it might break too fast. It's also with more MP. Yeah, I think this is gonna be better. Okay. The only single breaker that I can do is Iroha together with Mabayu, because you break before the turn 2 big attack. Yeah, if you just tunnel into the boss, you can probably break the boss before that big turn. But then you also have to break the ads if you want a good score. So that might be problematic. Yeah. So this should be better now overall. But yeah, our Momoko has to carry harder. And hey, we now have two Sayakas. Sayaka and Sayaka. The only one missing is Kyoko. Jag tror det. Okay, once again we double turn here. This OST is cool. I like it. Actually, if we got MP Portrait on Madoka instead of Speed, we would be getting a special immediately right now. But that's how we don't need to have a special that fast, so I don't think it's that important. Magicala Bubu. So I think this is the only skill that Sayaka is gonna use, because I think she doesn't need to do more than just one skill. Tsuno for Santa Sayaka. That might work really well, actually, overall. But yeah, the thing is, I have to use Santa Sayaka because I need to use her in my video. Like, this is also me gathering video footage for the guide. So she's gotta be in here. Are we gonna be good on MP, by the way? No? No, of course we're not. Whatever. Bonk. Nice. What are we gonna do now? It's not Momoko time yet, is it? Are we just gonna bide our time? I think we're gonna bide our time. Or actually... No, we do this, but then we do something very weird with this. Like, this is gonna go a bit weird. We don't care about her stuff anymore. Need to do this? This is gonna be a bit weird, I'm not sure about this. I think I wanna pass the turn basically. Yeah, I think we're gonna pass the turn basically by just doing nothing. Everyone stack your buffs now. I want to show this off as well. The cycle to get stacks because Sayaka ult buffs the team, but the buff is stronger if you have more stacks, so I actually want to wait until I use special. That said, of course, I could probably get a second special. A second special would be good, but I'm not sure if I was gonna be able to get one. Look at you have Sayaka, well, only A0. A0 is not very good here. But it actually should be fine, actually. I got a bonus turn. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna get another special out of this. I think we already have cutaway on Momoko. We should have everything. Yeah, we can actually just go right now. Fuck it, let's go. She has to crit, by the way, which is very unlikely. She has very low crit rate. Still good damage. Still good damage, but it wasn't a crit, sadly. Yeah, still pretty good. I can definitely get a lot more of a crit though. Her crit rate is not very high, sadly. Like, this team doesn't give crit rate, so I don't know. Oh good, she seems pretty good. Keep in mind she has to fight against other characters that are Ascension 4 or higher, which means that she's probably gonna struggle really hard against other buffers if they are Ascension 4 or higher. Okay, I'm gonna... Even though I'm kind of needed for the video, I'm not gonna use skips by the way because we're gonna go again. Even though I need more footage for the video with Santa Sayaka, I do wanna at least see how hard I'm gonna go with Tsuruno. But I can put her as the support Kyoko now. It doesn't matter which of the two I give it to, right? Right. Doesn't matter which of the two. I probably want to give it here, actually. Yeah, the music is fantastic. They're really pulling all the stops out. Well, the order's so magic though. I should use a bit more, actually. Sure? Actually, I don't know because I might not have the orbs for Kyoko. Hold on, I'm getting a call.
機会に導きます。こんな手もあります。いい感じ。この調子で私だってこの調子で。
Oh yeah, so sorry about that. I was still reading back through the chat to see what I was missing. Yeah, I was just saying that looking where he said that using Kirika, and I basically was just going on a big spiel about, yeah, you can basically just use any defender really, because the boss doesn't really seem to do that much damage, so if you just have a defender to do one thing, you're gonna be fine. But yeah, my father has cancer, but he's gonna be fine. That was basically all that was. So I know that I said earlier that we're gonna get more footage for Santa Sayaka, but I also want to get a high score. And as far as high score is concerned, I can't really use one of the freshly pulled character that doesn't really have anything, not even ascensions or anything. But I am noticing that I'm low skill points now, as you can see. So being low on skill point kind of sucks. That said, we're not in a hurry. Now that we have Sayaka, we are totally fine. We're totally fine. We can just wait a little bit. You kill the Gelp under 3 turns. 2 objectives thanks to your last day's actually. Okay. Always nice hearing that I was able to help someone out. And also welcome everyone to a stream who's joined in the meantime. I'm really sorry that it took a while. This. Also welcome to you as well. Beppo Ping, how's it going? Yeah, we're fine with this. We do need more counters, so can the boss hit Sayaka a bunch? Sayaka, please. Good. We're probably gonna get another special, so it's okay to use one here. Are we gonna be fine before the next one? Let's just be safe. Hey, welcome to stream. Gok-san. Mommy, bless Mommy, sadly not part of this. She is not good enough for this. I could wait to get another stack of Mommy, of Sayaka. It's probably better to actually wait out that one, because we're just not ready yet. In fact, I want more MP. Using a Sakurako is pretty fun. Oh, Sakurako is like one of the most fun characters out there. She's just outclassed a little, sadly. But she's fantastic to play. This. Saikyo Technique. Okay, we have maximum stacks. We are protected. The boss is at 3 stacks now, perfect. Okay, everyone is looking good. We just need to break the boss now. If we do this, we can immediately do that. Oh, we can't do it immediately though, unless... Hold up, do we get that from this? Yeah, if enemy break is attacked, so we don't actually get the bonus from this. We seem to have done some testing with Sayaka. Personally, her damage buff seems less than stellar, especially compared to someone like Ura Tsuruno. She has worse SP region than Moemura too. I don't think she does, because the thing is, you need to keep in mind, when you play Moemura, you always are going to use skill with Moemura every single turn. And not many other buffers use that many skill points, so Moemura actually creates a lot less skill points than you think she does. I don't know, I'm gonna just use this one, fuck it. That was perfect, what the fuck? And then we just spam with everyone. Give me all the buffs at once, please. Give me the break bonus, please. Gonna get a bonus turn here, but yeah. We shouldn't kill the boss, right? No, we're gonna be fine. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. I still want to get my break percentage on these guys. I have to be really careful not to kill the boss, actually. We're not gonna get max break bonus on the side ads. Fuck it. Yeah, she seems decent, but I can't really see her being that good. Was wondering what you thought. Right, when Momodora gets some magics from special to basic 2, whereas Marika only gets them basically from using SP. That is true, but still I think generally that Sayaka does generally create more overall. Now I did actually do some maths. There we go, 10 million. I did do some maths to figure out how strong is each buffer actually, right? How strong is each buffer? And I figured some stuff out. Oh, 25 night, 25th night. I can tell you. Hold on, where is it? I think I called it theory crafting. Where's my Excel sheet? I made an Excel sheet for myself. So I made an Excel sheet for myself where I just wrote down a bunch of stuff. Hold on, let me change the filter on this. There you go. I just made an Excel sheet where I wrote stuff down for all, like for example, for all attackers. What is all the self buffs that all the attackers give themselves? What are all the buffs that buffers give? What are all the damage amplification that debuffers do? All of that stuff, right? And I came to an interesting conclusion. So I wrote down the generally the overall combined damage amplification, right? The overall damage amplification. For example, for Tsuruno, if you take the attack and the crit damage and the weakness wall and everything into consideration, she does maybe about 266%. Let me scroll in. 266% more damage overall that she provides to the team. Mami is 150% more damage for the team. Uemura is only 88% more damage for the team, right? Mabayu, almost 400% more damage. Mabayu is fucking jacked as fuck. This is, by the way, Ascension 5. This is all Ascension 5. Like, Mabayu is absolutely fucking jacked in terms of damage amplification. Uemura like 80% and then Mabayu is like 400%, like absolutely insane. Ui is like 240%, which by the way is not too far away from Tsuruno. So Tsuruno and Ui do a similar amount of damage amplification for the entire team, right? But Mami is far behind and then Uemura is even further behind. But then we come to Santa Sayaka, 300%, which actually is more than Tsuruno and more than Ui, and is only less than Mabayu. So Santa Sayaka's damage amplification is actually really, really high, like absurdly high. However, first off, some of that comes from using her special multiple times, because she needs to stack up the damage buff from her special. Also, some of that damage only is active if you are at 3 SP or higher. Only then is this buff actually active, right? And also, this is at Ascension 5. And a lot of that, like 45% weakness multiplier from Ascension 2 is a lot. Like, that's a fuck ton. Which, like, then gets increased by 50% from Ascension 4, right? So at Ascension 5, Santa Sayaka's damage amplification, even though there is conditional, is actually really, really high. The downside is that her speed buff is fucking terrible. 15% speed is a fucking nothing. Oi gives you 45% speed. 45% fucking speed. On top of her bonus hits. The bonus hits aren't even in here, right? Like, Oi gives you bonus hits, they're not even in here. Mabayu, despite giving you 400% damage amplification, also gives you double turns. Also gives double turns. That's not even part of this. That's not even part of that. She gives you double turns. Uemura, she gives you more turns at least. Mami gives you more turns and 30% MP recovery, which is, like, that is an insane amount of MP recovery. Then of course Tsuruno allows you to get crit rate, right? And the thing is, what many people forget, Tsuruno still gives you a crap ton of speed when enemy break. Like 30% speed when enemy break for the entire party, that's a lot. That's a fuck ton. So yeah. So overall, Santa Sayaka actually seems pretty balanced, right? She has really high amounts of damage amplification, but she has shit speed. A lot of it is conditional, but she does give you skill points back. And her giving you skill points back might be the X factor, like the important part that you might want to like pull for her, specifically for the SP back. But yeah, she actually does seem pretty balanced overall. But it's probably better to put into numbers rather, how little Momoda actually does for you outside of her speed, and how fucking much Mabayu does, like absolutely insane. Yeah. Anyway, that's basically something I just wanted to show you, because I'm gonna use that specific Excel sheet in the future for more stuff. But yeah. So by the way, now that we have the skip function right here, you can go here and you can say, oh, I want to skip 3 times, and you can see how much score you're actually gaining from skipping, right? However, if you already have all of your rewards from total score, there's no reason to do it. Like, I don't need to do it anymore because I've gotten it now, right? I've already gotten it now, so I don't need to do it anymore. So yeah, I don't need to use the skip. I do need to see though. Okay, there's no red dot here. If there was a red dot for not using the skips, I would have been fucking mad. Because I'm not going to do 3 skips every single day if I already have the score reward. Would you consider making it public? Maybe. I might do that. The thing is, there's a lot of stuff in that doc that I didn't write down because I know that I need to keep that into consideration, but I didn't write it down. And that might be confusing to people who just see the doc. So I'm not sure. I might have to write other stuff down if I make it public. Because otherwise people are going to look at it and going to be like, this stuff doesn't make sense, and then come to the wrong conclusions. And that would be sad. They might add a mission to the score tag X times again. It would be helpful for that, yeah. Which, by the way, there are missions, right? By the way, I want to show something else off. Let's say, for example, you're in one of these windows, okay? So you're in, for example, the Walpurgisnacht window. And you've just completed a mission. Maybe there was a mission that said, defeat Walpurgisnacht, okay? For just one of these checklist missions, and you've done it. How do most of you people go back to the mission screen? Do you go back and back and back until you're back on main menu and then you go to mission screen? Because you can just go to main menu up here and there's mission. I wonder how many people didn't know you can get to missions that quickly. Oh, cool, awesome. But you can actually get to menu quite quickly by just pressing the thing on the top right. Might have a Magia, etc. damage calculator website. We do have that, yeah. So it's not like the thing that I wrote down is anything new. Like, that information is already all the way out there. Okay, let's see. We have missions. We did fully ascend regular Sayaka. Oh, there's no limited time ones yet? Yeah, there's no limited time missions for like Christmas yet, but I think there will be. They might start tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not certain about that, but I think there's going to be more missions. No pressure or anything? Yeah, no worries. I'm going to see what I can do about it. Okay. So we did get some rewards. For example, we got a Mabayu A4. But what about Mabayu A5? Also, we can get Ui again. We can actually get Ui from the from getting spooked now. So let's see. I want an Ui or a Mabayu or something. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Okay, she was not Ascension 5 before, and now she is. Too bad we have no use for her. Okay, let's just use some keys because may as well. Yeah, it's totally fine if we just get something new that we didn't have before. It's always good. Like, there's no bad character in the game outside of maybe Halloween Alina. Like, outside of Halloween Alina, there's not any bad character. And Halloween Alina cannot spook you, so it's gonna be fine, right? Right? At least I think so. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, what do we have? Saimo Warui. It's not news. I forgot which. It's not. What is 5? Oh my god. Is it Itsutsu? Itsutsu hoshi wa dare da to omoimasu ka? Ah, saimo warui Itsutsu hoshi o. Who do you think is the worst 5-star is what you just asked me. Do you actually say that in Japanese? Just 5th star? I guess you would say it in Japanese as well, you just actually use the word hoshi. So I think the worst, who do I think is the worst 5-star? Halloween Aina. I think Halloween Aina is the worst 5-star. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know how to read, I don't know all of the readings for just the regular numbers. Because there's some really funky stuff in there. Like, yeah, 5 is go. But then you put a tsu next to that and it's like, oh god, what is it? Is it itsutsu? I think it's itsutsu or something. Because it like, completely changes the reading. Now I know how people feel when they learn, for example, English. And it's like, okay, you have 1. But if you put an ST next to that, it's first. But that's a completely different word, right? That's a completely different word. How does that make sense? Well, it doesn't. But it's like that in other languages too. Other languages have that as well. And it's fucked. It is actually, and then it gets worse because when you put a day of the week, or just generally a day next to that, oh, there's different words of numbers next to days. Like Mika, I think is 3 days. It's weird. There's some really funky stuff in there. Halloween Aina is probably the worst 5-star. There we go. Ha. Yeah, it's kind of spooky. She is spooky, but not in the sense that she can at least spook you. I mean, that's good. Oriko and her silver balls. Okay. Fully sensitized for Turo. Nice. We do actually need to give her levels now for a special, right? Okay, I'm about to make some people very mad. But I do this every single time. Every single time I make people mad when I do this, but I'm sorry guys, I have to do this. We're going to go and look at all of our legacy medals. Look at how many keys we could get from this. 6 keys, but we need a lot of grimoires. Like a lot of them actually. Like actually we do need a lot of grimoires. Like an actual fuck ton of these. That's right. I'm sorry, we're not gonna get more 5-stars. We need to get more grimoires and more codexes. It is true. It is true. This takes a while. Because I want to use all of them. And scrolls as well, actually, because if you have too many levels, you also need scrolls. Like 200 maybe, times 4. Yeah, I know, every time it makes people mad, but you know, it's really important. It's really important to actually be able to give people their special level. Their special level. So yeah, there we go. There's like 3 characters worth of medals that I just used on that, but you know, you have to do it. You have to do it. At some point, you just have to do it. Okay, where's Iroha? There you go. No, not this one. What am I doing? Because you see how much stuff this needs? 29 of these? 29! 100 of these! Jesus Christ! That's a lot! Going from there to there. Oh, welcome to stream as well, by the way. What is it? That reminds me of something. That does remind me of something. It is from Taikutsu. Oh, I understand now. Hontoni Taikutsu. I see, I see. What am I saving for? Well, I'm actually not saving the medals for characters, I'm putting them into codex and books. I need books for my special level. Because all of these characters, they need special level 10. And special level 10 takes a lot of books, sadly. Like an absolute lot of them. Like, they're not even all up there. Look at my Audicon. Look at that. All my books are almost gone just by using it on Audico if I wanted to. Right? Like, all of the books that I just bought is enough for like one character. That's enough for one character. Like, absolutely absurd. Once my Ui reaches Ascension 5, I'm gonna have to give her like a whole bunch more books. Look at that number. I say absolutely insane amount of books that you need for all of this stuff. Now, Aina is almost level 5. She's like Ascension 4 right now, so at Ascension 4, and then once she gets Ascension 5, oh my god, so many of them. If you had to remove a character, I'm not removing any character. It is that simple. If you're saying, like, oh, put a gun to my head, remove a character, I'm sorry, family, that you're gonna have to bury my body, but I'm gonna have to take that shot. I'm gonna have to eat it. I'm sorry. I'm not removing any of these. At least everyone is up to their level, unless I'm not using them. I'm not using Kaede. I really am not using Kaede. I think Kaede is probably the worst healer out there. And that might be that might now be, in current year, that may be a hard thing to swallow, but I think that Kaede might actually be the worst healer next to Double Iroha. I think Double Iroha and Kaede are like the worst healers. With Crystalis, Pluvia Clara, Madoka is actually much better now. Like, she actually has gotten quite the glow up with Crystalis. But I don't think there's any reason anymore to use Kaede. Like, Kaede, there's not much use to use Kaede anymore. Right? Like, I can't come up with a reason why I would ever use Kaede anymore. Unless it's specifically ailments. But no one uses ailments anymore. There's no ailments. There's no ailments. What do you think is weakest in the Magus, not just the 4 girls? As character, well, Halloween Alina is technically in the Magus. Let me think about this. Probably Holy Mummy. Probably Holy Mummy, actually. Like, as a Kyoku. Like, this Kyoku is probably the worst Kyoku out of all the Magus characters, is my guess. Because Tsukasa and Tsukuyo are better. I like them more. What's gonna use this MP battery? She was, but the thing is, that is more so a meme instead of something that I would actually, like, legitimately use. I don't know. Anyway, we have Chaos Bosses. I want to do some Chaos Bosses. Now, I've put this off for a really long time, but we have Mabayu A4 now, so I need to somehow be able to do Rose Garden. I just need to be able to somehow do it. Now, even though I just shit-talked Kaede, this is the one boss in the entire game where you are still going to use Kaede. Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. Okay, we're gonna use this, right? Despite how much time has passed since the game has released and since Chaos Bosses have released, there's still not a better choice as damage dealer on this boss other than Ultimate Madoka. Do you know how long it's been since then? It's been like 6 months and we still don't have a better damage dealer than Ultimate Madoka for this boss, because have they released another single target Forest, Light or Void character that is actually not limited? No, they fucking haven't. They actually fucking haven't. That's insane. Yeah, but she's not limited. She is limited, I mean. But there's no unlimited of those characters. Because Ultimate Madoka is also limited. Like, that is insane. And it's always so reliable no matter what game mode. Yeah, Ren is probably the best character in the game in my opinion. And Devil Homura is probably gonna happen around... anniversary, I would assume. Probably around anniversary would be my guess. So yeah, we're gonna do this. We can actually use Iroha now. Going to use this. I think we have to use Kaede. right? I'm trying to figure out if there's a way of maybe not doing that. But I think we have to. I think we have to. Yeah, I don't think we can get around that. But I also want to use Muemura. Okay. Yeah, no, we're just gonna do it. Accumulate coming after Christmas events. That's cope. That is cope. Okay, what are we gonna do with this? Attack, speed, speed. I think you can take 15 and you can take this much. And then you theoretically also need speed because this boss is way too fucking fast otherwise. Yeah, I think everyone just needs speed. I think I can swap these two around. Oh, that actually changed it off the other one as well. Oh, I was hoping it would swap actually. If you were in the game, what would be role and element? Dark type debuffer who is a curse damage over time character, but someone who actually does damage. Because right now there's no dark character that actually does damage. Is he a good healer? Rhea is fantastic. She's a fantastic healer. But she's 4-star, which means that her numbers are pretty low. Sadly. Okay. That's okay. You can actually use Santa Sayaka now. I don't think that's worth it though, because we need the speed. We need the speed on this. Except we don't actually have a good character for this. Yeah, let's just do this one. That's okay. Void Breaker. That's a good one. Yeah, Kaede can be good. I think I'm gonna do this. We may as well actually go to 7 with this one. Yeah, at least this one. Come on, at least this one. I think Kaede just said she wants to be more magical girl-ish. Like more the actual image of a magical girl, because right now she's not. Makes sense. Anyway, I think I can unlock one of her crystals. Yay. What are we gonna put on her? We have MP, we have speed. She actually doesn't need HP recovery amount. I think it makes more sense to just give her a guard. Guard generally is really fucking good. So put that guard on her. Yeah, but she's not magical girl-ish, right? She does, because she needs to be more powerful, right? She just needs to be a better person, a better magical girl rather. Because she's a wimp. What am I looking for? I don't know. Speed, heal. I don't actually know what I'm looking for. I don't actually know what I'm looking for. Let's just move on. Okay, are we good? Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Her double is really good, yeah. Okay, I'm probably going to lose really hard, but I just want to see what happens. The main reason we're doing this is I want the damage record. Give me the damage record. We don't have music for this. I need to get music for this. I have an idea for what sort of music we're going to put here. Do I? Oh, I have an idea. Where is it? We need music for flowers, right? Flower music? Where is it? There it is. Is that one? Yeah. Hold up. There we go. Flower music. Zero, your best breaker for this fight. She's single target and breaks pretty fast. The thing is, I could also use either Mabatu or Mel. but both Mappa 2 and Mel are Ascension 0, which is not good enough.
いいこの距離なら
Okay, crit, which means we have the buff.
この距離なら
Bam. Bam.
未来を切り開く
Bam.
そうじゃない
We can turn on the other setting again.
そこだね
Okay.
サクッとやっちゃいましょう
Okay.
こんな手もあります頑張らないとね
Extra break damage? Yeah, fuck it, extra break damage and skill point.
よく狙って
We're gonna trigger the poison here and then we're gonna have Kai to get rid of some of it. Okay. I think the boss is gonna kill us now.
痛いのは嫌だよね
Let's see what happens.
復活です未来を切り開く
Okay, if we survive this turn, we win.
戦える
I don't think we will survive this turn. No, we're good. We're good. We have to kill the boss now.
私だって
I don't care about the poison. Do I care about the poison? Do I care? I don't care. Right? Right? I don't care. Do I care? I don't care.
よく狙って
I think we just won, actually. Or did we? Because we need the bonus on this. Iroha needs to break here. Iroha needs to break with this. I don't have another bonus turn for her.
これいいかも
Break.
この距離なら
Nice. I need Mabayu special.
痛いのは嫌だよねその
Okay, give me the buff. We don't have enough for that yet.
戦うって決め
Right? Oh, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know if this is enough. Tell me. Tell me, is this enough?
届いて私の祈り行くよすべての魔女はこの私の手で
It is enough. We actually fucking did it. It only took an Ascension 4 Mabayu. It took an Ascension 4 Mabayu. Hyper buffing an Ascension 5 Iroha to break the boss fast enough. Jesus Christ, why was that so difficult? Okay, next up, this one. We need debuffs. Why was that so fucking hard, man? Okay, we need this.
ないように注意しなさい
Do we have time for breakers? Do we have space for breakers?
私に釘付けだな
I think we need to ignore the actual mechanic of lowering defense. Well, not ignore, but we can't actually do as much with it. Because we need to worry about damage instead.
新しい色鉛筆を増やしたい
So we do this, right? I guess we're using Sayaka.
悪いやつをやっつけよ
The double Sayaka? Oh my god, the double Sayaka! I'm not sure if this is the best idea. Does this look reasonable? It looks kind of reasonable, actually. Yeah? It actually looks kind of alright. Okay, we want crit damage. I need to remember now where crit damage is. It's actually really far down. Not this far down. Is it? It's after oh, there it is. Speed, everyone needs speed. You don't need speed. You don't need speed either. You can get defense. Defense here, you need more speed. You take this, and then you... What do we do with Ren? What does Ren need? Ren needs attack. right? No, actually we do need attack on turn so they can break barriers. This helps us break barriers. We just unequipped Sayaka. What did I do? There you go. Sadly my Santa Sayaka is not good enough for this. Get the Murder. Huh. If it don't work, replace Surfer Sayaka with Murder. That maybe maybe works? I don't know. We'll see.
No, I
think this is alright. I actually think this is okay. We don't have a breaker, but this might be okay. The thing is, this boss has a lot of break gauge resistance until you deplete its shield and its barrier. But having more damage and having more defense reduction actually makes it easier to deplete the barrier. Therefore, we might be able to make up for not having a breaker. Like, as weird as it sounds, that may actually be the idea. Speed 20%, that's good. What we do here? Okay. Is Dream still better? What do you mean with Dream? Oh, you mean the name? I don't know the names of the portraits. You're right. Explain for crit damage as opposed to 200 less attack. Oh, the 200 less attack is much worse. Oh my god, you need the base attack. But I think you're right that this is actually not the best thing to do because she has way too much crit damage. No, wait a second. We don't have Tsuruno. We're gambling. We're gambling on a crit. We don't have Tsuruno. Yeah, gamble. We gotta hit the crit. Which probably means it's actually better to use Sakurako instead. So we don't have to gamble as hard. Okay. Let's just see what happens. We need the damage record, which means we don't need to just win. It's going to be harder to win, but if we get to the good break, we might be able to do more damage. Okay, so the number one thing we need to do is actually get... We need to get the special from Surfer Sayaka. We need Surfer Sayaka special. This hurts. Actually, not that bad. Okay, give me your special as fast as possible. This is the number one thing right now. Special as fast as possible. Okay, so the barrier is much weaker than usual. It's like just 600. But that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. Okay, so we're okay now with double turns. We don't need another double turn right now because Surfer Sayaka is about to get one. It's about to get her special. Between Oriko and Sunsu Mami, which is better support Kyuko for attackers? Oriko, yeah, absolutely Oriko in my opinion. Yeah, what's she at? Yeah, she needs to use skill. Okay, do this. Inami kitteru. Okay, give me a buff. 100% Korea. She's going beyond 100%. Get rid of the barrier, please! Nice! That's really good. That's really good. The boss gets much weaker without a barrier. Okay, just chill a little bit. Is the boss resistant to wound? Nah, 30% is not enough. We're good. So our breakage depletion is not very fast, by the way. It's actually very slow. Our Sayaka is slow as fuck. Oh my god, that's not good. We're gonna kill the boss before we break the boss. That's not what I was expecting. Yeah, we can definitely kill without breaking, But we want the damage record.
続けます
We're not getting the damage record like this.
今だあまり舐めないでくださいね
Yeah, we're not gonna get the damage record like this.
続けます
Yeah, that's a problem.
ビッグウェーブこの調子で攻めるよ
Yeah, we probably don't need the Sayaka.
逃げないでよ
Although Sayaka gives us a lot of damage reduction. Yeah, but if we...
続けます
But we're gonna get... Like, we're gonna miss the damage reduction? Not from the barrier, but from her passive damage reduction. But if we break faster... If we break faster, we don't care anyway. Okay, we're just gonna break faster.
足引っ張らないでよね
We're gonna use this, maybe? Yes. Yes? Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, we don't need speed on that. Okay, you need attack to break the barrier, I think. Yeah, that should be much better. Okay, we have this.
赤ちゃん参上
Tensai? Hey. She should be fine with the buffs. Yeah, I think so, right? We still need a crit when we actually break the boss. That's gonna be the important part.
あと柔らかに
Now, it will be harder to actually get rid of the barriers and stuff.
こんな手もありますや
Shields.
れます私
Yeah.
悪くないんじゃ貫くわよ
That is basically nothing.
どうってことないわ貫くわよ
What about now? Still nothing.
やれもっとやれるんです
What about now? Now we got it.
もっと遊びたいビッグウェー
I probably should have waited with that. Although we get the buff now.
ブ甘順調
We're low on skill points now, but that's okay. Ow.
どうってことないわ貫く
I
わ
really
よ
need that double turn here, actually. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. We need to break that fucking barrier. Shield, rather.
私
No, it is a barrier. I mean, the boss has both.
はいやガンガン泳ぐぞビッグ
Break the shield.
続けますどうってこと貫くわよ
Yeah, you need to use a double turn on Sunset Sayaka instead.
続けます遅くならないようにしないとね
Heh.
突破するわ
Still not enough. What?
想定内や
Good.
続けますこの程度なの貫くわよ
Okay, yeah. We can reorder our double turns with Mabayu a bit better, and that would give us a much better shot at this. This is kind of bad right now.
続けますここからそこ
Okay, reduce the damage, reduce the defense.
続けます
Okay, that's much better.
まだです全然余裕です
We need to... We can't break with this. We need to get rid of the enemy shield, yeah.
ピッチはチャンスこんな手もあります
Okay, we need to get rid of the barrier.
100%さあ終わらせるはっこの程度なの貫くわよ
I probably didn't need that. Need Mabayu to get...
頑張れます
We're gonna have to get...
いや
That's not good.
日焼けは気にしないって
The boss is taking too much damage.
や逆転
Mabayu is not getting a turn yet. We don't have cutaway. That is one speed off. Wait a second, what is that? Oh, never mind, that's it. Actually, yeah. I can get Mabayu buffs on her. Like, she doesn't have Mabayu buffs.
振り切れなかった
Okay, even without Mabayu buffs, you just do a skill and it works. Okay, cool. Okay, never mind, it just works. Okay. Right. It just worked. Oh, speaking about Mabayu buffs, let's fucking go. Yeah, that was fun. We need to hit really high damage, and look at that. We already have the perfect person for that. Where is it? Swap it. I think we take regular Sayaka as well. And then we do Pluvia. Is it even light? Yeah, it's light. Although it's Kuyo? No, never mind. And then we do this. And then we need dark light. What? I'm not sure. Let's just get a buffer that works. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna be fine. If only she was Ascension 4. If she was Ascension 4, I'd be using her. But without Ascension 4, I'm not sure about this. I guess we're gonna take it in. Okay, you're not gonna crit, so... That is what they're called in the Halloween AU, aren't they? They're not called Maho Shoujo, they're called Mahotsukai. Because in the Halloween AU, magical girls are not called magical girls, they're called sorceress, I think? So that's what she says, Mahotsukai. Mahotsukai? Yeah. Mahotsukai? Not sure. Yeah, that works, that works. Because in the Halloween AU, that's like, that is a whole completely different kind of thing where everything's kind of topsy-turvy, like nothing makes sense. What do we have? A1 Kunmuda, Holy Mummy. My Holy Mummy, if the thing is, I might actually use Holy Mummy here if she wasn't like Ascension 2. Like if she was Ascension 5, oh maybe, right? But it's too low Ascension. Yeah, mission failed successfully on that kill somehow. That's fine, that's fine. That is actually fine. This is not fine. And then we got attack here. Now actually we need the attack here. So the idea is the following. We use Mabayu to have many vortexes on the enemy at once. And then our swimsuit Sayaka is going to use her special to pop every single one of these vortexes at once. And it's gonna be insane damage. Actually, it's not gonna... Actually, isn't the best way to do it is like skill, special skill. And then you can't skill again though afterwards, because you would need another skill to actually pop them all. Yeah, I don't know. So it would be special skill? No, skill special skill. Skill special pause. Have other characters do stuff, and then come back with a skill. I don't know. That's gonna be weird. Like the timing might be a bit weird, but we'll figure it out. I don't like Oriko. I think Swimsuit Sayaka is much more fun and also much better. You stunned Sayaka with Momoko? Momoko did a lot of damage. Oh, Momoko is much better than people believe she is, and Santa Sayaka is pretty good. Okay, we need Shadow. Do we have a Shadow for this? We kind of do have a Shadow for this. Where is it? Let's go! This boss is funny. I like Mabury noises. Mabury noises is like my favorite genre of noises. So this boss is actually really fun because the adds break really slowly. It takes a really long time to break the adds, except the boss breaks really fast. However, if the boss breaks, it actually becomes easier to break the adds. So the idea is, even though it's 5 enemies, you want to actually break the center target as fast as possible and only then break the outer guys. But it's a really fun boss. I actually like this boss a lot. Now Ren needs to actually hit the wound here. Although We can wait with that. We probably should wait with that. Bam! More break gauge depletion, please. Don't really look at substats once I just break the enemy and buff my characters and the enemy dead. Most of the time that just works. Also part of it broken. That wasn't enough! Ha! Get wrecked! Okay, please hit the wound now. We need to hit the wound here. It's like 60% or something, or 80%. Yeah, that's still like a 34% chance. 34% not enough on any of these. Oh, that's kind of sad. Fuck it. This is weird. Good. Good. Actually, wait with that. Good. Please just hit something. We hit a wound. Sadly, we were really far behind on wounds. I wanted to hit a lot more wounds than this. We killed one of them. Oh no. Or actually, we can just wait for second wave then. Because the boss actually summons a second wave. Should we do that? Should we do that? I'm not sure. I think we have to wait for the second wave. That is a lot of damage. Yes, mega buffers for the second wave. Mega buff second wave? I think they are, but even so, we might have to do it. Okay, let me try something. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's just see what happens. Ooh! Ouch! Ah, fuck that! Oh my god, that fucking hurt! Oh no! 2 million damage again! Oh, that fucking hurt! Okay, never mind. Never mind, that fucking hurt. Another 3 million damage! Oh, that is fucking dangerous. That's a lot of fucking damage. Yeah, that's... I think we don't have to worry anymore. I don't think we have to worry anymore. Okay, what else do we have? Dogwitch, this one's funny. This one's really funny. Let's see what we have. Damage, we need to... Mummy for this? Why is that saying so much damage? They have a 500% break gauge bonus, a break multiplier, and they had the vortex. They had vortexes from Sayaka, which is 160% damage, which is increased by her own damage bonuses. Like, she has a lot of damage bonuses, like a fuck ton of damage bonuses. So this 160% is actually more like 400% or something, like something insane. So she basically gets hit with a full special when this thing pops. Like, absolutely absurd amount of damage. Okay, Rave Homu, no, you cannot do that on this boss. You cannot do that. Right? I think we need to go single target. I think this is the single target boss. Like the full single target boss. If we do this... Wait, which elements is it? Fire, earth, void. Wait, I don't like those elements for this. Do we meme? That's meme. Oh yeah, that's meme.
アリナの美見せてあげる
Yeah, Swimsuit Sayaka is absolutely fucking busted. She's one of the best characters in the entire game. If Sayaka wasn't limited, she might be up there as one of the best characters in the game easily, for everyone. But she's limited, so she's not for everyone, sadly. What else do we have? Tsuruno, Tsuruno's a bit much. It's not a bit much. Right, that's a bit much. Oh, Sayaka might be problematic. I think Sayaka kills the party. Sayaka kills us. Let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway. Because fuck it, that's why. Okay, what do we have? Muemura? Yeah, fucking Muemura.
一生懸命頑張ります
Yeah, if you're unsure, at least on void enemies, you can always go with Muemura. If it's not void, I'm not sure, but yeah, at least on void, definitely. The problem is she doesn't help me do more damage. Like on the one single hit. Like that one single hit I need, she's not very good at that. No, let's not go Sayaka. Sayaka kills the team. That is not good. I don't know about that either. Healers. Mitama? There's ailments, but the ailments are not that important actually. I don't know.
私を引っ張り出すなんて
Let's go with Mitama. Was it 2026 for Pokésnacht Rising? Oh yeah, Kaiten is gonna be it. It's definitely gonna be a part of this game, but I don't think it's gonna be a main story thing anytime soon. Like it's gonna take like maybe until 2027 until Kaiten is gonna be like a main story window. They will do rerun. Yeah, there's gonna be reruns on Anniversary. I'm pretty certain about that actually. I'm pretty certain. Hey, welcome to stream of Violet. You just finished Scene 0. You were very confused about what happened with the time messing shenanigans. Can you explain? That's... should I openly talk about Scene 0 spoilers? I think I will. I think I will. But let me think about this for a second, so that I don't say anything stupid. Because I'm not actually certain about that. So what's... Let me put it this way. What specifically do you think with the time messing shenanigans? Like, do you have a specific question that you might want answered? Because it's probably better than talking about everything at once. Where's healing increase? That's a good question. Where is healing increase? It's really far down, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, Mitama is generally very good. Okay, attack here. You need speed more so. And then you need to take this. Confused how we went from film 11 to film 0 to film 12 and 13. Well, most of that is flashbacks. No, film... I think you're probably in film 12. So in film 12, there's a flashback to everything that happened before, so that's a flashback. And then film 0 is also basically a flashback. And it's a flashback that Mabayu sees. So in film 12, Mabayu sees the flashback of film 0. Right? And then it returns back to film 12, and Mabayu has seen the flashback at that point. Right? And then Mabayu realizes what has to be done to correct the timeline, so to speak. So Mabayu now knows that Homura is gonna succeed. She knows Homura is gonna be successful, but she also knows that Mami's memories and that her memories are causing problems. And that Kyubei knowing about Mabayu's memories also causes problems. So she knows that she needs to make sure that Cool Homura can fulfill her destiny or whatever, while at the same time she needs to get rid of the memories of Mami, herself, and of Kyubei. That's basically what film 13 is. She realizes, okay, it's gonna be fine. I just need to remove myself from the story and everything is going to be fine. And that's what she does. In film 13, she removes Mami's memories, she removes Kyubei's memories, and then she removes her own memories. And that's where the story stands. Because she has seen the future and she has seen that all of that Murakami stuff is gonna happen. That's basically it. So it's actually not... it is presented kind of weirdly, but it does all kind of come together. Yeah. Although it's kind of weird in the way it happened. So Madoka makes a wish to save Mabayu. And because Madoka makes the wish to save Mabayu, that wish causes Marukami from a future timeline to basically go back in this different timeline, because Marukami exists across all timelines, right? So Madoka's wish grabs Marukami, pulls her in, and then Marukami talks to Mabayu and is like, yo dog, if you just make sure that Cool Homura can do her stuff, then I'm going to appear and save everyone. And Mabayu goes, I believe you 100%. I'm just going to remove myself and make sure Cool Homura can do her stuff, and then you can come into existence. Which, yeah, is kind of weird. That is kind of a weird roundabout way of doing it, but that is what happened. What do we have here? We can actually use Santa Sayaka now. Okay. Oh, she needs 121. There we go. Much better. My swimsuit mommy did not have her stuff, but she does have crystals. Yeah, my swimsuit mommy does have crystals. Just not the best ones, second-grade ones, but still good ones. Yeah, whatever. We're good enough. What if Cool Mother became Cool Mother for time stuff, but then how did mommy still remember? Now, Cool Mother was always Cool Mother at that point, because we're that far in the timeline. Mabayu might die here, but that is something I'll have to worry about. You're gonna be good. You never trust if it's Marukami because Devil Huda might be Kimi Marukami. Nah, that's not how that works, because Marukami still exists in... like, after Homura becomes Devil Homura, Marukami still exists, right? It's just that Marukami and Madoka are now two separate entities. That's all that happened. So Marukami still exists in that sense. Yeah, how did Mommy still remember? Mommy doesn't remember Mabayu in film 13 and in the future. It's also left up to interpretation if Mabayu dies, but it is heavily hinted at that Mabayu does die. Because in film 13, Mabayu's gem is like going black, and then she removes her own memories. And we know that Mabayu cannot fight witches unless she's like got all her memories. So without memories, Mabayu can't fight witches. And she's now without memories, as an absolute fucking idiot, who cannot fight witches, whose soul gem is going black at the start of the cycle. So it's almost guaranteed that Mabayu actually witches out in the final film, which is the timeline of the anime. So in the anime, somewhere in the background, Mabayu witches out. It's basically what happens. However, Mabayu knows, because she's seen the future, Mabayu knows that Kurumura is about to get Marukami to happen. So Mabayu knows that Marukami happens, and then Marukami would save Mabayu's soul. Which means that Mabayu knows that she was going to get saved by Marukami eventually. Somebody did a story page a couple of years. I don't know if it's for shits and giggles since Mabayu erased herself. She didn't erase herself though, that's kind of the thing. Mabayu still exists. Mabayu existed in the background of the actual anime, it's just that she witched out somewhere and it didn't matter. Let me put some music on. Actually, we do have dog music. Do we have dog music? Hold up. Which dog? There's many dogs. I have a good dog. This one's a good dog. What if Maga wishes to save a mother instead of wishing for cheese? I don't think it would have changed anything. Okay, what do we have here? We need to do your stuff. So this boss is actually really fun. This is one of the most interesting and unique chaos bosses out there. This chaos boss applies ailments to you. He can apply burn and he can apply poison. Depending on which ailment you have, you need to attack a different character. Because if you see here, on taking damage from burning enemy, just counterattacks. The boss, on taking damage from, where is it? Poisoned or burning. And then this over here is on taking damage from poisoned enemies. So if you're poisoned, you need to attack this guy. If you're burning, you need to attack this guy. And you're not allowed to attack the boss at all if you're either poisoned or burning, which is really interesting. Like, this is a really unique boss. One of the most unique bosses out there. Which is also why if you have Ren here, if you have Ren get poisoned or burned, and then she does a follow-up attack, it's gonna hit the boss. And if the boss gets hit, the boss kills you. The boss automatically kills the entire party if you do that. So Ren on this boss kills the entire party immediately, which is really funny. It's really funny. It's also really sad because, like I said, Ren kills the party immediately. Did we see stab this one before? Nope. We got really close. I think we just missed a tiny bit of damage. The interesting part is also that you don't actually want to kill the ads. You don't want to kill the ads because if you kill the ads, let's say for example you kill this ad, then who are you going to attack when you're burning, right? If the boss puts burning on you and this ad is dead, you cannot attack the correct target anymore and you lose. Which also means you need to intentionally not kill the ads so that you have a target to attack. It's really interesting. Like, this is one of the most unique bosses out there. I love this one. Okay, so Mitama is now not allowed to attack anything. Neither is Mabuyu, but that's okay because both of them don't have to attack. They can just use a skill. And the thing is, I didn't bring someone who can cleanse ailment. Why? Because these ailments only last a single turn anyway. Okay, so now we have both burning and poison, which means we need to eat a counter. But the small ads only have a small counter. That said, even the small counter is pretty fucking strong, so this is gonna hurt. Okay, never mind, it wasn't actually as strong as I thought. Nice, nice. Had that wrong in my mind. But it just fucks you up, yeah. This, like, I need to show it off at some point. But this boss will absolutely fuck you up if you get countered. We're just playing this boss without reading anything, he just kept getting killed. Yeah. Triple mummy, but mummy is not very strong. What? Yeah. Good. Sadly, the bosses seems to be immune to weaken, which is really sad. Is it 80% or immune? 80%? 80%. We could weaken the boss if we get lucky. So I think this is not an attack. Yeah, this is not an attack. We're good. Aya Gaming. Do we get 2 stacks from skill here? Yeah, we get a shield and we get the stacks, so we do probably want to do this. No, but we don't have time for this. We need to actually take this one. And then we need to take this. We don't have too much time. It's probably Italy since, well, I don't think it's Italy, but yeah, it could be. Yeah, it is kind of interesting with Scene Zero that I have seen so many people say that Scene Zero can't be canon because of the number of timelines, but the thing is, there could actually be timelines in between the films, right? It's not set in stones that there were only 13 films, because at no point does Mabuyu say, wow, we went through exactly 13 iterations, blah blah. It's never actually mentioned. We're making the assumption that, for example, between film 6 and 7, there were no other films in between. But that's an assumption that we're making. It's not actually set in stone. We got the weekend! Nice! Bit late though. Okay, we need to just survive one more turn. Okay, we don't have an ailment, that's good. We need to get her turn a bit further up. I did just say 6-7, yeah. That was intentional. Of course it was intentional. You think I did it accidentally? Come on. I'm like 5 million light years ahead of everyone. And this is what happens if you attack the boss doing this. And BAM! This is what happens. So this is what happens if you attack the boss at the wrong time. Yeah, it's just implied, but we don't know for certain. So it doesn't have to be uncanon. No, not to mention that it's nowhere stated in canon that it had to be exactly this many. That it has to be this many cycles. Like even in an interview, like Urobuchi said, it could be hundreds, could be less. Who knows? Like Urobuchi didn't say a specific number. He just said, like, who knows? Could be this many, could be that many. Who knows, right? And if you're saying something like, oh, but this didn't happen in one of the films, but it should have, then you can always say like, yeah, but what if there were other films we didn't see? It's like we don't know. Oh, Hitomi reacted when Murmura showed her soul gem in Rebellion, like it's like Hitomi known to. I don't know about that. Or maybe this was this was a problem. I don't need the damage reduction. I don't need the damage reduction here. That was that I shouldn't have done that. Is one of you poisoned? Yeah. Ouch! Why would you do that to me? That's not very nice. Yeah, we lost a good one, but that's okay. Burn goes here. Did you copy a magic girl, but how the hell did she know Murmura was one? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but if it happened... The thing is about Rebellion is that Rebellion happens within Homura's dream, basically, in a way, so it's not like it has to make any sense anyway. Ouch. Can you stop doing that to Mommy? Mommy kind of needs her stacks. Burn goes here, right? Yeah, burn goes here. Okay, I think we need to go in Alien again. Good timing! No, we still have a debuff on us. You need to always watch your ailments. Good job. One. Okay, no, we're good. Poison goes here. Mitama was not near for this at all, or any sustain. Yeah, I think we just take it a bit slow now. We need more magic stacks. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, how much health does the boss have? Decent amount. So yeah, you can play cleave and try to cleave off the adds for the damage bonus. But you can also just use Mabayu. You know Rebellion, Madoka, and everyone else is the real version to stuff, but oh yeah, that may be true, but the thing is that their memories aren't the way they're supposed to be. Like, they have like fake memories implanted into their heads. So it's very much possible that Homura just accidentally put those memories in there. It's very much possible. Okay, this should be good enough, right? Easy. You're punching Madoka in the gut, whichever one's foot, Joel, no, which is foot. I don't know. I don't remember that off that. That may be a gaslight. I'm gonna be honest. What else do we have? We only have 3 more. One is this. 1.8 million. That should have been not too difficult. What happened on this one? Was I memeing on this one? I might have been memeing on this one. Oh yeah, I wasn't really trying that one. I wasn't trying this one hard enough. This, that. We need to attack as many times as possible, so I think even though it's single target, we might still use Alina. Oh, we use Mabai too. For follow-up attacks. We need follow-up attacks on this one. So generally you want as many turns as possible against this boss, because this boss has shields that need to get depleted. And then if you think about depleting shield stacks, Ren is the best character in the game to deplete shield stacks, bar none. However, this boss, even though this boss is void weak, this boss is immune to Ren. They basically just said this boss is immune to Ren in the boss's description, because they knew that otherwise the boss would be too easy if you were allowed to use Ren here, so they made the boss immune to Ren. That's literally what they did. It's absurd, but Ren is just too powerful. I'm sorry, Ren is just too powerful. They had to do that. What else do we have? Forest. Yeah, no, we could do this. Yeah, no, that should be fine. We're definitely fine on the damage anyway. Like, with Mabayu, we're always going to be fine on the damage, or we should be fine on the damage at least. So I think we can actually just go with just this. We can actually just go straight up. You're just kind of jealous of Monika and Sayaka have come closer in your eyes. I see. Because of nobody popping in Japan? I don't know. I'm not really gonna get into that. Hold up, what do we need for this? Sandbox? Ah, whatever, let's go with this one. Good enough. Time for stuff. Time for Mabayu and Mabayu doing the Maba2s. What's using heals? It's the portrait that gives heal increase. To be fair, I probably should be using the one that is MP recovery. Like, MP is probably better. But fuck it, doesn't really matter that much. Bonk. Follow up, bam. It's slightly more break speed. Slightly less on an attack. Bonk. Two breakers? The MP doesn't matter that much. I should probably wait it. Oh yeah, I should definitely wait for that. That was a bit too quickly of me. But whatever, we're gonna get it straight back. Maybe you can't use Karyu as safe by using Karyu as technically correct. The best kind of correct. That first one should have been in for normal attack, probably. Or Maka days. I haven't seen someone use Marakan for so long. A lot of attackers have come out since then that... Actually, not that many attackers have come out since then. It's just that people have now gotten really high ascensions on most of their attackers, and having a low ascension attacker is very noticeable in the difference. That said, these three elements desperately need more attackers. Are we good, by the way? 15, yeah, it's good enough. So something really funny happens once this boss gets broken, by the way, and you'll see what it is. Like, this boss does some really funny stuff once it gets broken. So this boss takes basically no damage at all, and also basically no break gauge depletion, while it has at least one stack of shields on it, right? So you need to completely deplete all stacks of shields before you're allowed to deal damage or break gauge depletion to this guy. Keep that in mind. Okay. That should work out with next turn, right? So now it's 5 stacks, and we just get rid of those 5 stacks, and we're good. Bonk. I think it's probably better. No, it's probably better here. So we just get rid of those, and we have it. Okay. So like I said, if the boss has at least 1 stack, we can't really do anything to the boss. So here's another 20 fucking stacks for you. Yeah, isn't this fun? The boss just gives itself 20 fucking more stacks of shield while the boss breaks. So the boss just says, fuck you. Fuck you, here's shields. So now you just keep chipping away until you have all of those shields gone. Being able to make DIY bombs still thinking useless, yeah. Bonk. So yeah, I mentioned that before that wouldn't Ren be absolutely insane here? Because Ren basically doubles the amount of attacks that your team gets against the opponent. And the boss is void weak, right? The boss is void weak, so certainly Ren would be really good here because the boss would have 0% resistance to wound, right? Never mind, it was 100% resistance to wound. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, guys? They made the boss Ren immune because Ren would be too powerful otherwise. That is absurd. We're good? Okay, we're almost there. The boss is trying to come out of break. We can get another turn out before Madoka, maybe? Depending on crits. We're not gonna crit. Not that often. Okay, do this. And I think I'm not actually gonna use another one because I want to not put Madoka ahead. Okay, now we can actually attack the boss. Right? Yeah, now the boss takes damage. So we do this, that, here, bam, bam, thank you ma'am. Don't kill the boss, please? Oh god, this can't kill the boss. Normal attack, please. Okay, we would have been fine. We would have actually been fine. We didn't crit anyway. There's no fucking way! We should have used skills more often. I know what to do about this. We need to do one thing, and then we have it. Which is this. That's all we need to do. And then we need to use skill a bunch of times, and that does it. We don't actually need Mitama here. Ah, but fuck it. Ouch. Let's just do this immediately. Isn't this funny? So you just want the skills to stack up that buff. So I didn't actually stack her buffs like at all. And that's probably a bad idea to not stack her buffs. I thought we were just good, but yeah, apparently the boss is too much defenses. Generally another sustain. Actually I don't even need a sustain. It would actually be better to just use either a debuffer or just any other character there. But whatever. Just gonna go with this. Haha, I got my stuff out first. This is with MP recovery rate down, and I'm still getting like all of it? What the fuck? I'm gonna find some very good DIY bombs. Guy in the series, the bomb looks big. You would be surprised what you could find on the internet. Stack that buff up. By the way, there's no way of knowing how many stacks of the buff you have. So, you might want to see, oh, how many stacks of Marukami's buff does she have right now? You go in here and you see, oh, it's not here. Huh. I'm talking about her passive, by the way, where whenever you get healed or whatever, you get more attack and you get more crit rate and more crit damage or whatever. And also from her equip, like this right here, also on battle skill use, increases crit damage 5%, stacks 5 times. You might want to know how many stacks of those do I have right now. The answer is you can't check. You literally can't. It's not in here because this is a passive, and passives don't show up in here. These are only active effects that show here. It shows on the bottom left, except it's off the screen right now. I have too many buffs, and if you have too many buffs, it scrolls off screen, and so you can't actually see it right now. So right now I can't actually see it. I can't actually see it. There's no way of knowing. You have to keep counting your head. They just need to make it so that they just need to add another section in here that's like active buffs and passive buffs. That's literally all they need to do. You can do the same for bosses because it also doesn't show in bosses. Like the boss's shields don't show here. How many shield stacks the boss has once it refreshes. You also don't see it. I think we're at 3 stacks right now. Ow. So now, because this is a passive effect, because it comes from the ability, it doesn't show because it's a passive. That's just the way it goes. You can click and drag the boss's passive like this, yeah, but you can't do that with your own because this is technically a different part of the UI in that sense. It's weird stuff. The reason I decided to learn Japanese was to understand what the hell my character was saying. The main reason I decided to learn Japanese is just generally because of Japanese games. Like for example, Toho. Omake desu. So yeah, start of next month. I think it's tomorrow actually. The next characters get added. So that is actually correct. Healing is very low, and the debuffs from her are not really cutting it. We don't have space for that. Yutima is actually a 100% dead character on this team, by the way. Just saying. But we can do it anyway. We can do it anyway. Welcome, Chiosniverse. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How's it going? The last tour stream experience was rather slow. It's gonna be at least 4 times as fast next time. Don't worry about it. Well, the thing is, I'd only been learning Japanese for 1 year. 1 year when I did that stream, and I still was able to at least read most of it. It was just that, to be fair, I watched some actual Japanese streamers, some actual Japanese people play the game afterwards. There were words in there where even like native Japanese speakers had to look at the word like 2 or 3 times because there's some crazy fucking words in there. Like that was not me coping, that was like actual shit. Like that was legit. Before they make an Infinite Turns team, someone has already made an Infinite Turns team, by the way. It is real. The Infinite Turns team does already exist. Which is better, Christmas Sayaka or Christmas Kyoko? Hard to tell. They both have the use cases that make them look fucking overpowered. I'm not certain. You can probably get another special, right? Ooh, oh, never mind. Probably can't actually. There was, for example, the name of a location. I think it was Joe Mountain. Yeah, Joe Mountain, I think it was. And I don't think a single streamer was able to read that name correctly. And then other people in chat had to correct the person. Like, no, it's actually it's a Joe Mountain. Okay, oh, okay, I see. But it's kind of interesting how fucked up of a language Japanese is, when even Japanese native speakers will see the kanjis for a name, and they can't read it. Because Japanese is fucked up. It's actually fucked up. it should just be like that. Like absolutely insane shit. We can avoid... No, we can't avoid it because... Okay, so either we attack and this breaks the boss, or we can not attack by using a battle skill. But this gives us action advance. And with action advance, we're ahead of the boss again. And then we have to take another turn because we're out of skill points. Ooh. Okay. I think we do this. So the problem is, we need to get rid of all those stacks now really fast. We need a lot of turns for this. We need to get as many turns right here as possible. That took up 5 because of multi-hit. Nice. Don't have time for this. Mimabi, you're good. The new Mimabi is great. Okay, slow down a bit. We might not be able to get rid of the barriers fast enough because we've got to kill the boss. The boss still has barrier.
私が戦わなきゃ。よく狙って。
I should not have specialed on Marukami, that was bad. But it's too late now. No going back.
魔法少女の
We need to
戦い
get
を決めたの。
MP back. Ah, we can get that MP back.
決めるね。
We still don't have the MP for it. Oh no.
サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
The thing is, before we break the boss again, we're gonna lose. That is stupid. Japanese is sometimes more okay than English, to be honest. I don't know about that. English is very easy overall. Is it possible to play Yachi without Tsuno? Yeah, totally. Okay, let's just do something that should make this much easier.
ありなのに見せてあげる。
Sure. Yeah, sure. Just are we gonna have that? No.
荒ごとは苦手なんですが。
We could crit. Yeah, fuck it. Now we have more follow-up attacks and more breakage, depletion, noise.
最適解に導きます。あまり舐めないでください。こんな手もあります。負けません。
Good timing.
負けません。よく狙って。
More hits, more hits. All
魔法
hits.
少女の決めるね。
Stack it up.
依頼指導理で容赦なくカットです。勇気が湧いてきます。おまけです。肩透かし。
More attacks. You know, from Japanese to English, it sounds so ass sometimes. Yeah, but that's not the fault of English. That's the fault of Japanese not translating generally well into other languages. Doesn't translate well into German either. So that's just a thing.
こんな手もあります。グッタイミング。そんな。私がよく狙って。
Bonk.
私がよく狙って。おまけです。
Okay, shit's already gone.
指導所ヒット。つまんな。もうぐっちゃぐちゃ。ワンモアのわけ。魔法
Nice.
少女の決めるね。おまけです。
Do we slow down a bit? No, we don't slow down. Never slow down. Although that's not gonna help very much. Ah, fuck it.
こんな手もあります。
Are the kill bosses hard? Kind of glad they exist. They're not that difficult. Like, if you've gotten all the way here to these bosses, it should be totally fine.
依頼指導容赦なくカットです。おまけです。
The translator has always held her. Yeah, specifically with Japanese.
おまけです。
Like, I know Japanese, I don't know Japanese yet, but I know English and German, and translating between English and German is actually not that difficult. It's actually pretty easy.
あまり舐めないでく
Or
だ
to
さ
be
い
an
ね。
English-German translator would be so fucking easy, holy shit.
こんな手もあります。勇気が湧いてきます。みんなのためなら戦える。戦うって決めたの。
Bonk.
どうして。
Yeah.
依頼指導金。まだまだやれます。よく狙って。
Why Mandarin pronunciation so hard? Well, that is the main problem with that language. Oh, and the kanji, of course.
次こそ。
But at least, from what I've heard, at least in Chinese, each individual letter is just pronounced one way, and one way only. Unlike in Japanese, where every single kanji has like 7 different fucking readings, some of which make no fucking sense.
サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
When will this hurt? She's gonna get better. Don't worry about it. We suddenly just got so many skill points. What the fuck?
もうぐっちゃぐちゃ。
Can we hit the weaken, please? Like 80% resistance or something.
みんなのためなら戦える。
What's the resistance against weaken? 80%. It's not very nice.
決めるね
Okay, we gotta get rid of these now.
できる子ですから容赦なくカットですまだまだやればよく狙って
Yes, we're actually agrees on safe. As someone who, the thing is between English and German, and I also know a bit of Latin. Like I had Latin in school for like 4 or 5 years. And it's actually insane how many European languages, at least when they're written down, you can understand with just that. I can probably understand like 2/3 of all languages in Europe to at least a certain degree if it's written down. If it's spoken, of course, no fucking chance, but if it's written down, you can actually kind of like maneuver your way around and actually still read other languages to a certain degree. Isn't Latin language no one speaks? Exactly. But most other European languages have derived in some way from Latin, so if you speak, like for example, just 2 other European languages and Latin, then you can basically understand most of all European languages. However, even with all of that, there's no fucking chance you understand anything like Japanese and the other way around. It's like, there's no overlap at all between any of that.
口たい肩透かしだよねもうぐっちゃぐちゃ
Please just hit a weaken. I know it's low chance, but if we had just won, we got it for the entire break.
やればできる子ですかちょきっと魔法少女の希望が力になり
Okay, yeah, no, keep stacking it up. I think now we're at either 4 or 5.
おまけです次こそはよく狙って
Okay, it's not quite true that every language in Europe is from there, but a lot of languages at least have some influence from it, to some degree or another.
よく狙って
I know a lot of Eastern languages don't really, but you know what I mean.
サクッとやっちゃいましょう
Japanese is more easier for me than Spanish. Not for me. I mean, I have no tried to learn Spanish, but when I look at it, it doesn't seem that difficult. What do we do? We're not going to be able to get... Oh no. It's not even going to line up. Can we get the required hits before then? We have to.
勇気が湧いてきますつまんないからもうぐっちゃぐちゃワンモアのわけおまけですやればできちゃう
I think we just barely get it. No, we don't.
おまけです
No, we exactly get it.
まだまだやれます
Let's fucking go! This has to work. This is the only chance I have. Nice!
勝ちましたね
Used to be in that actually works. I guess if you are already used to those kind of languages, then it may be more simple. I'm not sure. HP being 6-7? Come on. Okay, this one was fucking stupid. And I think I don't have the correct characters for this, because I think I need higher ascensions for other characters for this. File War... Dark. So, water means we do this and this. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what this guy's deal was. We're gonna have to look at that again. I forgot what this boss does. Let me just quickly take a look at what this boss even does before we even do anything. Oh, this was the SP boss. Oh, the P boss. Yeah, this boss is stupid. Hold up. If the enemy SP is lower than 3, significantly increases damage dealt. If the enemy SP is 3 or higher, significantly increases break depletion resistance. And significantly decreases damage taken. So you want to be on low SP when you're dealing damage. But then when it's the boss's turn, you want to be on high SP. So you want to burst on low SP, and then just before the boss gets a turn, get back up to high SP. And HP recovery is nerfed, but that's okay. And I think other than that, it says buff effect depends on SP amount, but it doesn't actually say if the buffs are stronger with higher SP or if they're stronger with lower SP. It just says depends on SP. I assume stronger with higher SP, is my guess. Right? Oh, I don't fucking know. We'll see. Sayaka potentially here. I think Santa Sayaka might actually be bad here. Because you might get SP at the wrong time. Because if Santa Sayaka gives you SP just before you start bursting, your burst dies. Like your burst actually disappears if you accidentally get it just before the burst. Wait, I don't get it. Well, the thing is, you can only deal damage to the boss and break the boss when you're on low SP. But if you're on low SP, when the boss gets a turn, the boss does a lot of damage. It's basically the idea. Or was it the other way around? No, that's the way it is. So you want to stay on low SP for as long as possible, and then just before the boss gets a turn, you want to quickly get some SP back, so that you don't immediately die. Basically the idea. And I think Ui Ascension 4 would actually be perfect for this. Ui Ascension 4 would be so fucking good for this, because then you can just get skill points from her Ascension 4, and it would be fantastic, but I can't. However, I can have Tsuruno, or can I? I could have Tsuruno use her special just before to get a special skill point. And that may also work, I'm not sure. Huh. High Ascension Mithril would break really, really fast as well. This one's overkill for this. This one. And then we can... So we actually have this one, which is good. But we do this. I think we use this one. Oh, yes, we're good, yeah? And we use that, okay. What else do we have? Attack. It's actually okay. I don't think crit damage is doing... I think we overcap on crit damage otherwise. This is okay. Can you guys swap? And then you need defense, I think. Perfect. Anime show us teach Japanese. I disagree to a certain degree. I am not learning Japanese for anime, and I don't watch anime, actually. I know that makes me weird. I know I also don't want to go to Japan. I might be one of the weirdest people like on this planet where I want to learn Japanese, and I am learning Japanese, but not for anime and not for Japan. It's only for games. It's actually only for games. Crit damage on Yetsu. I think we're overcapping, not overcapping, but we have too much crit damage already. And too low attack. I think we have too much crit damage. So I want to spread out the... I need to spread out the damage sources a bit more. Because we have too much crit damage from Tsuruno. Tsuruno gives us way too much. Okay, let's see what happens. I think this is one of those bosses where it mostly just comes down to how well you... Oh, we start with this. To how well you just play each individual encounter. 84,000 is insane. My highest is like 90,000. Like I've got my 90,000. Okay, we're gonna go low on SP because right now we can't do much. But now that we're below 3 SP, we do a lot of breakage depletion. Do you see that? In fact, I want to show you something. There is a weird hidden mechanic that not many people are aware of that I'm about to show you. So, the red, there's a bit, do you see the bit of red on the break gauge bar? You see the bit of red on the break gauge bar? That a bit of red is lying to you. It is lying to you. Why is this lying to you? Because this red right here does not take conditional changes into account, right? What do I mean with conditionals? Conditionals mean, for example, if you have, for example, a character that says you deal more break gauge depletion the higher your magic is, right? And I think there is a character like that. Is it you have, for example, Toka, who does more break gauge depletion the more buffs she has, or Takuya, I think, does more break gauge depletion the more debuffs are on the enemy, right? Like conditions that might increase or decrease the amount of break gauge depletion that you do. And I mean conditions that aren't tied to buffs. Like, that's not a buff. That's a magic level, magic stacks. It's not a buff, right? That's just a passive somewhere. And those kinds of effects don't show on the break gauge bar. those don't show. On here, yeah, Alina also from magic. Alina's break gauge depletion increase from her magic doesn't show on the red. Which means that Alina actually breaks harder than it shows on this red right here. And in this case, it actually shows quite a lot, because right now I have 3 SP. And because I have 3 SP right now, the boss is taking no break gauge depletion, except it's a condition. Because when I'm using this attack, I'm using up a skill point. And because I'm using the skill point, that now means I'm on 2 skill points. And because I'm on 2 skill points, I now actually break much harder. Which means that as soon as I use this, I actually break much harder than that. Because I now fulfilled conditional. So yeah, conditionals are not part of the red bar that you can see. And you can this is a lot. Okay, I think I need to worry now about the okay, we can do this. If we're gonna get a special from this, right? I hope we do. Okay, so now we can get the special from this. And then we do a normal attack with Reina. And then we're at 3 again. So now the boss shouldn't do much damage to me. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now I don't know how strong this buff is. Who knows? Okay, we need to get rid of skill points now, because otherwise we don't do much. So please use some skills here. Is it worth it to level up buffer special? Oh, absolutely. At least for most buffers. Most buffers have their buffs get stronger. For most buffers, their buffs get stronger when they level up their special. So for example, Tsuruno's buff gets stronger the higher her special level is. So you want to level it up. Okay, now we're below 3 again. Which means that now we do this. Oh, except the boss is just getting a turn now. Oh, this is maybe... I'm gonna take some damage here. That's okay. Let's take some damage. We have a bunch of HP to spare, right? Right. Ouch. Oh, we're good. We're good. We can just break the boss here, actually. You want to stay on low SP here so that we don't accidentally make the boss take less damage. Okay, and now... Even if this doesn't crit, I think we have it, right? Actually, this can only crit. We have like 9... No, we have like 100% crit rate? Yeah, I think we have 100% crit rate, right? Hold up. This is like 67.5 from here, and then we have... doesn't she give herself... There's a 20% from here, which I just gave myself. So we have like 80%, 87.5%, then with Crystallis. Although I did only asked this much. I think we have 100% crit rate. I think we have 100% crit rate. There it is. Is she probably the most normal? Absolutely not. She's a weep. Does it mean you never watched Madoka? Well, I did watch anime in the past, and I watched Madoka, of course. But I generally don't watch like anime frequently. In fact, the only anime I've watched in the last like 5 years is JoJo, and that's it. And that was worth it because JoJo is pretty good. Who's the best breaker? I don't think that's the best one. Mifio is really good. Yeah, but I don't think that's the best breaker. Based, absolutely based, I know. Got him. So this boss is less about having the correct characters. This boss is more so about actually playing well. This is one of those few bosses that is actually very tight on execution because you need to plan ahead every single one of your skill points. Why though? Yeah, I just don't like... Oh, you mean why is Mifio the best breaker? Because Mifio breaks much faster than everyone else in the game by a mile. However, you need to have her at high ascension, and you probably don't have her at high ascension. Most people don't. Most people don't have her at high ascension yet. I wonder what JoJo do, but there's so many episodes. Yeah, but isn't that positive because it's really good? Like if it's really good, then it's positive that there's many episodes because it means you get to enjoy it for a really long time. Which is different than, for example, One Piece and Naruto and all of those other long-running shonen, because in One Piece it's like, hey, there's like 10 good episodes in the entire show, but it's like 1,000 episodes long. Who's up for some One Piece, right? Who's up for some Naruto? There's like 20 good episodes in the entire series, and there's like 1,000 episodes. Just, you gotta watch all of them. Sorry, you gotta watch all of them, because those 10 episodes are only good if you've gotten through the episodes before that and you have the context. So you gotta watch all the episodes. But no, JoJo's just good. It's not like you're waiting for that one good episode. It's just good. Anyway, we've been streaming for a fuck ton of time. Actually, it's only been 3 hours, but it feels like a long time. Monica is neat, short and sweet. Most of the best anime are only like 10 episodes or something. Yeah, I think we are probably about to wind down. I'm gonna get some more footage for Santa Sayaka off stream. Like, I'm gonna figure out how to get some more, how to showcase her a bit better than what I've done today. Just ask Mababu. I still love the fact they put a Christmas sweater on Gertrude. That is absolute peak. Style ticket. Oh yeah, by the way, new style tickets. What do you do with style tickets? You go to this shop over here, style ticket trader, and look at that. There's now a whole bunch of stuff in here that you can get. Oh my god, look at that stuff. Oh my god. All the stuff you can get now with tickets. Of course, you get the limited stuff first, so you're now going to get those style tickets, and you're going to get to the limited part, and you trade in for all the limited ones. Okay? Because these are going to disappear at some point. In fact, they're going to disappear at New Year's. Yeah, these disappear at New Year's, so get them immediately. Okay, and then you're gonna have some tickets left over. Right now, it's only like 20. What you do now is, let's say, for example, the next event comes along, and then I get more tickets, and I get more tickets, and I get more tickets. Well, then you can just buy, for example, you can get casual wear, you can get recompense uniforms for everyone. Casual wear, look at that, there's some nice casual wear right there. Mabayu Aki as invisible. Now keep in mind, by the way, some of these are for Mabayu 1, some of these are for Mabayu 2. Right, this one right here, this one is for Mabayu 2. Yes, this is for Mabayu 2. This is not for Mabayu 1. Mabayu 1 cannot get this one, only Mabayu 2 can get this one. And this one is for, yes, this one's also for only for Mabayu 2. Only Mabayu 2 can get this one. This one is Mabayu 1. This one's also Mabayu 1. You gotta know. Yeah, you can get a bunch of stuff now from all this stuff. Isn't that great? Well, you think it's limited? It's okay. It's gonna be other events that give more tickets. Why is it like that? Because yeah, that's just the way it is. Like, there's going to be more events before the New Year's anyway. We have the second half of this event, and then we have the Manga Record event as well. So you're gonna get new stuff. Don't worry about it. Why the two One-Piece the same character? Sure, they're at a completely different time in Mabayu's life, so it makes sense in my opinion. But yeah, it's just the way it is. It's not really a big deal. Grimoires. So yeah, I think that's about that. I hope everyone's luck has been great today, of course. Not just today, but generally. Because getting just at least one of Santa Sayaka just for the support Kyoko is already fucking fantastic. But also she herself is just good. It's just good. My luck has been good lately, as you can see. But yeah, I would say that that's about that. I'm of course going to have to do the Santa Sayaka guide. So I'm gonna make the Santa Sayaka guide for you guys. And yeah, that's that. Which should be happening tomorrow or something. As usual. No, not this. That's not what I wanted. I'm not jamming. Went broken in Bermuda A4, but Bermuda A4 is worth it. That is absolutely worth it. Look at that. Oh my god. Good. And the Santa version. Oh, look at that. Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. But yeah. Oh shit, there was music too. I have to click the music button. I have to click the music button. There is a Christmas pedal. Yes. Got gems. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And I will see you guys, well, whenever you watch my videos. But outside of that, there should be another stream whenever the Kyoko comes out on the 11th. So 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now is when the next stream is going to happen. So see you guys in at least 2 weeks. And until then, new videos. Oh my god, new stuff. So yeah, see you guys next time. And shout outs to my YouTube members. Rip van Winkel, Chaibean, and Simpletor. Become a member today and subscribe to Twitch and all that stuff. Twitch Prime subs. I don't know. I need to say that. I don't know. Bye.